An epic day at the University of Utah. I'll have more on Newsbreak.
Was the blackout game really a green-in game? I'll explain later.
Which U Olympian do you need to watch out for come November 1st? Stay tuned to find out.
Spend the night at the library if it was open. The ASUU's presenters office.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Tyson Phillips.
And I'm Lacy Jamison. Welcome to Newsbreak. In an effort to get more University of Utah students involved in classical reading, the Classics Honor Society held a reading marathon of all 24 books of Homer's Odyssey. Brandon Riddle has the story.
Gathered outside the University of Utah Language and Communication Building to participate in a day-long reading of the Odyssey. Alexis Christensen, a professor in classics, explained why.
Well, the Classics Honor Society, Eta Sigma Phi, is dedicated to promoting ancient Greek and Roman culture, and as a way of kicking that off for the fall semester, we wanted to do something that would gather public attention and also give an opportunity for members of the group to be involved in. And so we decided to read all of Homer's Odyssey, all 24 books, and have a marathon reading of the epic.
Now as Odysseus, long in exile, prayed in Athena's grove, the hardy mule
For those
team
that don't
drew
know
the
about the
princess
Odyssey, Echo Smith, president of Eta Sigma Phi, says why the reading event was a good idea.
And I think it's just a good way to show that the classics can be fun. I guess the Odyssey is like sort of a really approachable, I think, book of the past.
As she listened on, her tears
This is the first time the Honor Society has held an event like this, and they are calling it a great success.
I think we've had a really great turnout today, considering we're in the midst of the last of midterms right after fall break. It's a little chilly out today, but we've had a number of people coming. It's almost 8 o'clock at night, and I think we've got a good 7-8 people sitting out there in the near dark, in the cold, reading away.
The Eta Sigma Phi Honor Society completed their reading of the Odyssey just 4 hours short of their expected goal. They encourage all college students to continue to read classical literature by Homer as well as other pieces of literature. Reporting from Newsbreak, I'm Brandon Riddle.
Basketball season is just around the corner, and the University of Utah's women's basketball team will be counting a lot on this player's Olympic experience this last year. With more on this, here is Lauren Deane.
The Lady Utes basketball team went 16-16 on the season last year, but how will this year be different now that they are returning Canadian Olympian Michelle Plouffe to the equation?
I think it just prepared me mentally, mostly, and just having to face, adversity, diversity, and stuff like that. And I think that's what the season is going to be, so I think it's definitely prepared me for this year.
And what does head coach Anthony Leverett have to say about the advantages of having an Olympian on his team?
Obviously, the Olympics is probably the most major event on the planet, and to be able to put that jersey on that has your country's name on it is a really special experience. And now, for Plouffe, just the idea that she's played on the biggest stage in the world, there's nothing that should make you nervous after that.
Darren Wachowski is another Canadian Ute who commented on the advantages of practicing with and against Plouffe.
Michelle just came back, first of all, with a different kind of just demeanor about her, and second, just with way improved skill set. She just seems to be super confident and just kind of be ready to work hard all the time. She just took it to another level. And then just skill-wise, I think she's just playing against Olympians. She's just so used to pressure and playing against bigger, faster, stronger people. I think she's going to do really great this year.
Wachowski said Plouffe's confidence wasn't the only thing the Olympics improved.
She's just going to hit any open shot she gets now. She's been like a good post player and everything, but I think that her perimeter game's really expanded too now. She's really good off the dribble. She's been working on her pull-up a lot. She's always been a good three-point shooter, and so now she kind of has almost that complete package.
And And what was Plou's favorite Olympic memory?
Probably my 2 free throws that I hit, my 2 Olympic points. I was pretty excited about those, so.
Catch Plouffe and the remainder of the Utes right here in the John M. Huntsman Center at 7 o'clock against Concordia on November 1st. Reporting for Newsbreak, I'm Lauren Deane.
Now switching over gears to men's basketball, our very own Rachel Maughan shows us how one player has overcome the odds in defying adversity.
That's right, Lacy. Glenn Deane's basketball career almost came to a premature end last December. What started out as a few headaches and migraines and some blurry vision turned into an intensive stay in the hospital for him. Deane first felt his symptoms after a weightlifting workout in the morning. The symptoms lasted from Thursday to the next Wednesday when he went into surgery.
I had really bad headaches. I felt nauseated and lightheaded for pretty much the whole time until I went to the hospital.
You hear about broken ankles and torn ACLs, but Glenn thought his brain injury was out of the ordinary.
I was really scared. You don't normally hear about athletes needing brain surgery. I was scared, worried, just hoping for the best, that things worked out.
Deane's family, friends, teammates, coaches, and other people on campus showed him lots of support and helped him get through his surgery by sending him prayers and wishes.
The school was able to work something out when my mom was able to come down here and be with me during the surgery, and that really made me feel more comfortable and relaxed during the whole process, and I'm very thankful for that happening.
As far as this season goes, Deane says he hopes to win more than 6 games. He said they have a good team and he thinks they can do well by improving each day. Glenn Deane will finally get his chance to play with the running Utes in this upcoming season. Their first game is November 2nd when they take on Simon Fraser of Canada.
Great story, Rachel. We wish Glenn and the rest of the basketball team good luck in their upcoming season. Now, back to you, Tyson.
The University of Utah held its annual blackout game Saturday with its game against California. Our sports reporter Jantzee Coggins tells us the history of the blackout game and the highlights from Saturday night's game. So how did they do, Jantzee?
Well, Tyson, the Georgia Bulldogs may be credited with the concept of a blackout game, but the Utah Utes have surely perfected it. Once a season, the must turns in from a red sea to a black hole. And on Saturday, the Utes were counting on this intimidating atmosphere to help them get their first Pac-12 win. I messed up.
Always a good way to jumpstart a win because there's a lot of energy. We get to wear these black helmets and the black jerseys is different. We come out with a lot of passion and energy, and the blackout game is just a great game to play in.
Oh yeah, I'm ready to get swagged out.
I mean, if you look around, it's just, you know, it's a bunch of wild Salt Lake City people getting crazy. Everybody's wearing black. You know, it brings a little bit of a different attitude. You're used to seeing all red and just a sea of red and, you know, white, but mixing it up a little bit, I think is a good thing. Anytime you get to throw a new jersey, a new helmet on, it's always a little, you know, a little added bonus to play well.
The atmosphere of the blackout game changed from the everyday must atmosphere.
You know, it goes from this just like red evilness to this black dark hatred and a passion to win!
And to win is what the Utes desperately need. They must win 4 of their last 5 games in order to become bowl eligible for the 10th year in a row, something they say they owe to the fans.
It's cool to get some new uniforms, but you know, we really got to owe it to the fans. You know, they come out every week, and you know, and I know we had a rough season, but they're out here every game giving us support.
Who knew that all the Utes needed was a new outfit? But in the eternal words of Deion Sanders,
if you look good, you feel good. If you feel good, you play good. I think we can agree with primetime as the Utes beat the Cal Bears 49-27.
With Sports for Newsbreak, I'm Jantzee Coggins.
Thanks, Jantzee. Hopefully the Utes can take that momentum and win the rest of the conference games this season.
Not only was the blackout game a huge success because of the win on Saturday, but the apparel for the special game was one of the hottest tickets in town. Our very own Austin Wolford has more.
Black on black with a hint of black, the University of Utah just played its 5th annual blackout game last Saturday. Hillary Dent The marketing manager at the University of Utah campus store spoke on what they sold for the game.
We have the blackout hoodie and the blackout long sleeve t-shirt, and it's the official logo or mark, I guess, that you would call for Utah athletics.
With those being the only 2 items that they sold for the game, it doesn't stop fans from buying other black apparel.
People like to get decked out for this game, so we have black jerseys, black hats, black wigs, everything that we make in black too for this game.
Where are the official blackout clothes sold other than the campus store?
We do have the Red Zone store in Sandy and Layton and Jordan Landing, and those are all available there as well.
If you failed to buy your official blackout apparel, it's not too late.
We have lots, and we definitely won't be running out anytime soon.
With all the school spirit and the electrifying energy the blackout game brings to the fans and players, it is more than just a unique atmosphere. It's all about the Benjamins. Money plays a big part in the decision to have a blackout game. And since they won't disclose the numbers, let's do the math. Rice-Eccles Stadium holds over 45,000 people. Let's say 10% of them buy a hoodie. That's 4,500 hoodies sold for $34.99 each. They just made $157,455. Take out the money they spent to make each hoodie and bam! They just got a huge profit off of one unique game. And remember, that is just 10% of the people in the stadium buying hoodies alone. So where does all the money go?
We don't really make a profit off of any of the sales that go through our store. The profits actually go to Utah Athletics and the University of Utah.
I'm Austin Wolford for Newsbreak.
Thank you, Austin. We'll be right back after these messages and a short commercial break.
I'm Matt Jensen. Coming up, I'll be following the Entertainment Arts and Engineering Master's Program as they make prototype games.
Coming up on Newsbreak, I'll share details on what President Pershing has planned for the university.
Welcome back to Newsbreak. I'm Tyson Phillips.
And I'm Lacy Jamison. Are video games here to stay, or are they just a passing fad? Matt Jensen has the answers.
Video games have been around for over 50 years now, and in the past they were thought to be just a passing fad, but now they've proven that they're here to stay. And here at the University of Utah's Entertainment Arts and Engineering program, students actually have the opportunity to make video games.
Right now, the students are working in the rapid prototyping class. In that class, their goal is to make a game, but a small one that gets the core idea of what is fun in their project. We have 2 clients for this round of prototypes. We have the Shoshone tribe and then a group on campus that wants to make games for young adults with autism. They'll be developing these prototypes over a 4-week period. In their first week, they pitch to the clients the game they want to make. They spend the next few weeks developing the game, and then the final week they deliver the final prototype to the client and hear critique back from them.
The process of making a prototype game is fast-paced. After the clients inform the students of what games they want, the students immediately split into groups and are assigned one of the 2 clients. While some will be disappointed to not get the client they want, they will always treat this project with the utmost professionalism, because this process is more than just practice for making games.
Some of our prototypes go on to be actual full-fledged games. We've had prototypes where students have been hired into companies, and then we've had prototypes that people have actually bought and turned into full commercial games.
The EAE's success of past games has gotten the attention of many big names in the gaming industry, including Atari founder Nolan Bushnell. Bushnell came to speak at the university and was given the opportunity to see some of the games the master's program had been working on.
I have such a fond memory of the university experience, and the fact that you currently have an arts and engineering program, I think, is right in the current way, because so much is happening, whether it be YouTube or video games or multimedia or transmedia arts. These are the jobs of the future, and so to train people for them, I think, is extraordinary.
Be sure to tune in next week, where I'll be following one of these teams as they develop their prototype game.
University of Utah President David Pershing was inaugurated Thursday and became the 15th president of our school. Our reporter Brett Fifield caught up with him to find out more about his plans for the future of the university.
It's inauguration week at the University of Utah. David W. Pershing has become the 15th president. We met with President Pershing to discuss future plans for the university.
One of the reasons I agreed to become the 15th president of the university was because of our excellent faculty all the way across the campus. One of the best things I think that happens at the U is when we get our students working directly with our great faculty. That's when the aha moment occurs.
Students had the opportunity to sit down and ask questions at Pizza with the President on Wednesday in the Union Building.
We want students who want to come here and certainly go to class, but also get involved in activities, study abroad, work with our faculty in research, do a Hinckley internship in Washington, all those kinds of things. That's the kind of students we want.
President Pershing wants to start with readjusting the process of how students are accepted. The university will no longer look at only test scores and grades.
Right now, there's a feeling that the best plan is to take easy classes, get high grades, get admitted. I want to change that. That's crazy. What I want students doing in high school is taking serious courses that will prepare them to come to the university and succeed at the university. Another thing is I hope not to raise tuition the way we've had to over the last 3 or 4 years. I'm hopeful that the state economy is beginning to come up, that we will get some more support from the state, and we won't have to ask the students for such big increases.
President Pershing looks forward to building future relationships with students here on campus.
And I'm hoping that students will just drop by, say hello, ask questions, but just get to know me. And I hope that students will stop me as I'm walking across the campus and say, "Hey Dave," or "Hey President, it's good to know you."
This is Brett Fifield reporting for Newsbreak.
We are pleased to have our reporter Brett Fifield in studio with us tonight. Thanks for coming in, Brett.
Thanks for having me.
How are you doing?
Here. So, I'm doing well.
That was a very insightful piece about President Pershing. Not many students get to spend time with him one-on-one. What was that experience like?
It was a great experience. It was nice to be able to go and meet him in his office. Obviously, he's a very busy man, so it was nice for him to take the time to actually meet with me and go over some of the plans that he has for the university. So it was a really good opportunity for me.
So what were your impressions of the president?
You know, I could tell that he really does care about the University of Utah. He wants it to be one of the top universities in the nation. He wants to keep costs down, and his #1 priority is us as the students. Okay. He wants us to be successful, not only here, but in life.
Okay, well, that's great to hear. Thanks for coming in, Brett. That's going to do it for us tonight at Newsbreak, the show produced for students by students.
For a recap of this episode, you can visit our website at www.utah.edu. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again next time. Have a good night.